Hello and welcome. I wanted to talk a little bit about the current energy, or just any energy really, and the importance of surrender, especially now with Chiron Retrograde, all the other alignments, planetary alignments that we are working through, working with, whether you're aware of them or not. It's really opening us up to deeper emotions and feelings than we've allowed ourselves to feel. And this is definitely something that I've worked through this morning for myself, was the overwhelming feelings of frustration and where that was taking me. And the more I surrendered to it, the more I heard this little girl within me, a part within me, arise and was angry. And angry because here we go again. And here we go again is part of my life path, continuously repeating challenging cycles. And so since growing up, we moved every 2 years. So every 2 years I would be uprooted from all of my friends and the school I went to and the home I lived in, and taken to another state and another place and having to go to a new school every 2 years. After a while, it gets old, and I'm re-experiencing that, not in the same degree. I'm not moving, but the energies were opening up. This child in me that had expressed her anger at the time, yet still was forced to, make the best of it over and over and over again. So this inner child part within me was still angry because I didn't allow her to fully be heard and expressed and transformed, matured. And I see how this part in me will self-sabotage me. It is my greatest self-saboteur. So I have some fear of this aspect of me. And so it's really interesting to sit with yourself and dialogue, have this inner dialogue, and find that we have different, more mature parts of us, our protector parts, that don't allow the what we would consider nagging or complaining parts of ourselves. But those are the parts that are brewing to the surface for many of us right now. Chiron is our deepest inner child wounds, so we're reviewing them as Chiron is retrograde for quite a few months. And I got a jump start on that. But just also recognizing and realizing the culmination of energies and all the changes and all the places since I've surrendered to it. Sometimes not quite as willingly as I should, but still, all in all, a lot of the energies don't give us much of a choice but to have certain experiences, and that's fine. But the point I want to make, I don't want to ramble too far on, is that it's important to surrender and allow the feeling that's coming up to really speak, to give you information. I had to allow myself to kind of feel the anger and the defeat and the frustration and it was like a dark cloud loomed over me. And I felt this energy yesterday. I wasn't allowing it out. I had things to do. I had people to be around, and I had a class to teach, and this dark shadow was looming over me. I knew it was my shadow. And I was actually teaching shadow work, which is very not coincidental at all. So Pluto is taking us into our shadow world, has been, the underworld. Chiron is helping us to heal our inner child wounds, but in order to heal them, we must We must feel them. Sorry. And the feelings don't feel so good. And so it's hard. But I'm here to tell you that it literally took me less than an hour to process it all when I finally got to a place of surrender. Because there was another rescuer part in me that wanted to continuously distract myself from the feelings that were coming up. And I know I'm an amazing escape artist when I need to be. I also know that I have a very strong shell or protector that navigates the timing when it is a time to let the eruptive emotions or parts out. And it's important that we all do that and not to be afraid of them. The only reason to be afraid of them is if you continue to suppress them and they get more intense and more like a volcano about to rupture. This is a great period of time for us to learn how to surrender to ourselves, to our parts. Life is directing us, it's triggering us into these feelings. Surrender into the feelings. And when you allow yourself to feel it, you're going to, and fully, not just at the surface, yeah, I'm moody, I don't feel like doing this sucks. That's at the surface. What's the real feeling? Where's your mood taking you? It takes practice, but it's important that we get to the root of these things for ourselves. I'm going to pull a card for us all. I feel lighter now that I've allowed this shadow part in me. It's not so much a shadow. I know she exists. I thought we had everything under control, yet I was reminded that there are many, many layers to this healing and phases. So be patient. If you are re-experiencing or revisiting an old pain, an old trauma, an inner child wound, a part that's needing more love, not less, this is why. And life has such a unique way of bringing those feelings to the surface for each and triggering them in some way for each and every one of us in our own unique way. But I will say family is really good at doing it, and not saying that my family did anything other than spark up memories for me that took me somewhere. We have Grandmother Earth. You may hear tip-tapping. I'm dog sitting at my sister's, so Kylie is sort of walking around. Grandmother Earth. Okay. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you are ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it's expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Your native spirit wants you to know Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She's stable and strong in her devotion to us. You are supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush. Slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks. Yes, with Mercury about to go into retrograde, not a good time to take risks, but if something is calling you, follow the breadcrumb trail for sure. For me, I had to really dialogue and release fear and bring that inner child part within me closer to the me I am now. Reminding her that we now are in control of our life and that she sometimes sabotages it with her beliefs and her thoughts and her reckless, well, I wouldn't say reckless anymore. We'll say her rebellious side. So if you find yourself either swimming in some kind of interesting or intense emotion, you can't figure out why, slow down and take time. We are being moved through this pretty quickly. And I will say that for myself, I am also seeing the seeds that I have planted in the past start to sprout. And so there's a lot of beautiful hope for the near future for us all in whatever we are working to manifest for ourselves. But we got to get in check with the parts within us that hold the strong beliefs still or thoughts about ourselves. I'm not good enough. Those kinds of things never happen for me. It's not safe. All of those, the dialogue. Listen to them, but don't attach to their story. Especially don't attach emotion to those stories, because when we attach the emotion to the story, then we are generating the energy to create those experiences or repeat those experiences. So what is happening now is we are getting in touch with the parts within us that sabotage our creation and that keep us playing small, keep us, and the world outside of us is designed to do that as well. Don't believe it. Believe what's in your heart. Each and every one of us have a very still, quiet voice within that doesn't waver. It doesn't attach to emotion. It doesn't judge. That is your soul's essence. So tap into that aspect of yourself and sit with that part of yourself and listen to all the other inner children inside of you. Maybe they need to be heard. Who within you is sabotaging you? Surrender. Surrender to this energy. It will take you somewhere beautiful. It will take you somewhere emotional first, but surrender to that and trust it, because there's information and information about yourself, what you need to let go of, what you need to release, and what parts of you need more love, not less. That is the message for today, for this week. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.